9th November, Wednesday, MAO with Cal. Republicans will be back. Definitely. That means be very sure on that, because from what is happening right now, not only they may take back the Senate, they may even take the House. I'll tell you more in detail very shortly. But this is going to be a big game changer, because if that Republicans really comes in and win both, things will be very, very interesting. But before you jump in the market, please make sure that you do your risk assessment. And of course, thank you Ames for the kind sponsorship. Now, Republicans may win back the House or even the Senate. Let me tell you why. Now, apparently, we have a very close fight now. All right, you can see that a very close fight, and that is ongoing right now. Seemingly, the Republicans are actually gaining a little bit compared to the Democrats. And I'll go live to the market, to the TV, the live sharing in a short while time. But you can see right now, even the bet center is showing that, right, it's not favoring the Democrats, okay? So all these information tell us that, right, Joe Biden may need to really reconsider a lot of stuff. And I'll tell you what may happen in the next few days if really the Republicans comes in, okay? All right, let me just show you now the latest update. 1 hour ago, it was in the Senate, is 45 to 44. At that point itself, it seems like the Democrats are winning, okay? And the thing is this is the latest update, and some of the states are very, very, very close. Like this particular case in Georgia, 700 votes separate them. You can see the internal percentage itself is almost at the same number. It's so small, right? So this is going to be very, very interesting, and definitely I'm very sure there will be some recounting again, because if the numbers are too near, one of the party may ask for recount, and that is something incredible. Now let me go live right now at the moment and see what is happening. All right, so you can feel it for yourself. Okay, let's go. Oh, it's under advertisement at the moment, okay, but just to show you right now, we have on the House side, right, the Democrats and the Republicans. You can see there's 165 versus 190. Wow, okay. So the point of winning is 218. So it seems that Republican may be leaning to win the House. Now, of course, for the Senate is the one that really won. Now we are very standstill. That we just need one of the Democrats to swing over, and that will change the whole thing. Because the last time the Senate won by the Democrats was because just by one single vote, right? So now the thing is this: let's see anyone will swing over. Now with the current situation now in the U.S. market, it's kind of tough to really. It's not difficult to really for them to swing, because the current situation now, whether for businesses, for taxes, for inflation, all these boys, a lot of stuff. Okay, we'll come back to this shortly. Let's just move on now. Now, what happened to them? Remember what happened to Celsius, Three Arrows Capital, or Voyager? Now, the thing is that this company all went belly up. Okay, now what is happening in the crypto market? I already said to you guys, this year is October, cryptocurrency will likely be pretty bad, and in fact it will get worse next year, right? I said this long time ago, since start of January. I've been very, very pretty sure on this happening. And of course, now we saw what happened. Bitcoin plunged $2,000 last night. Well, main reason is FTX, okay? FTX, the share price plunge, okay? I mean, share price are the counter price plunge, okay? You can see there was a pump up initially. Then after that, the sell down was crazy. It's down by 79%. Oh my God, okay? So what is really happening right now? Apparently, okay? Right, this is the problem, because now the FTX organization balance sheet has a big issue, okay, a big issue, and a lot of people is exiting, withdrawing from FTX, okay, and this is not going to be good, because apparently, right, it's so bad that it wipes off billions from the market, and now no choice, seemingly Binance is coming in to buy over the crypto rival. So they were rivals, but Binance now is coming in to purchase, okay. You can see that it's confirmed by the CEO himself. This afternoon, FTX ask for our help. This is a significant liquidity crunch. To protect user, we signed a non-binding LOI, because they need to protect themselves, right? Intending to fully acquire FTX.com and help cover the liquidity crunch. We'll be conducting a full DD in the coming days. That's definitely. Now, wow, think about this. Binance is already the number one, and now they just bought over number two. My goodness, okay? So this is the ongoing right now. But the interesting thing is that just a couple of days ago, there was a little bit of sharing here. Like examples, is like more than about nearly 23 million Bitcoin were transferred. FTT transferred to Binance, okay, from an unknown wallet. And apparently it's all right. This is a lot of Binance have very strong and liquid cash, all right. And they even said to liquidate any FTT on their books. And of course, obviously, someone just replied and say a competitor trying to go after us with false rumors. But obviously, it was not false because just one day later, we saw that FTX had to ask for help. Okay, so this thing tells you that. That's why last 2 days I'm telling you guys be careful about this Bitcoin. I can't help it, but just feel that something is going to go wrong. And I shared it with you guys. Remember in the MAO, and I was just saying that this counter now looks ready for a sell down below 20,000, and it really happened. Oh my god. Okay, sometimes it's pretty incredible. So guys, let's just see whether can we get back on the quick one to go live on this. Yes, we can. Let's take a look right now. Here we go. I'm not going to turn on the volume, but you can see that this is ongoing on CNN. Okay, let's see any latest updates. They usually will place it at the bottom. Okay, seemingly there's a winner in New Mexico. It's a Democrat. Okay, and we have next polling coming in at about 17 minutes time. If you want to go live, just go to CNN and then just for live, and you can watch this live right now. I'm just waiting for their latest update. Seemingly not coming in yet. Okay, I'll come back to this shortly after my charts. Okay. So let's just bring us away. Okay, maybe we have some update. Nope. Okay, still doing all the summary of the Arizona. We have is in the Democrats winning. Okay, Arizona. All right, let's just move away to look at the chart, shall we? Okay, let's go. Okay. All right, now let's just go to the charts for today and see what we have. Okay, now let's look at the Bitcoin. Now this is the Bitcoin chart versus the Nasdaq, and I've been sharing this with you guys. The Bitcoin chart, you can see when the Bitcoin was going up, so did the Nasdaq, and the bottoming itself is almost incredible. It's almost the exact same thing. And when it when the Bitcoin plunges, you can see the Nasdaq also pulls off, right? So this is interesting because you look at it right now, the last few days, the Bitcoin have been coming down, right? But the Nasdaq went up. So people have been asking me, is it because the Nasdaq and the Bitcoin is no longer in the same direction? No, because we have the midterm election. So I strongly believe that this recent rally here is going to fade off once the midterm election is over. And if the Republicans are coming in, definitely there could be a chance of the Nasdaq coming down when everything is settled. Because it is very clear that the last few days, the stock market has been pushed out very clearly just to make sure that it looks nice for the midterm election. All right. So that is my personal view. You can see to it. Now, there's something interesting I'll share with you is the VIX. The VIX today, wow, look at it. It came down exactly to my technical level at 24 plus level, and then it rebounded and closed at 25. Now, this is something interesting. The US market was down. The US market was up yesterday. You can see that the Dow Jones was up by 338 points, the Nasdaq up by 82 points, S&P up by 21 points. So this is a very positive closing. But the interesting part, the VIX also went up. This is where it gets interesting, because when such thing happen, right, usually I will ask the question, why? And if I see this, if the market can break above 2650, there is a chance that this VIX will go up. And if VIX going up, definitely the equity market will be there'll be some question mark, and I believe that there will be some profit taking. Now let's look at this right now. This is my TWB KFC chart. Now you can see right here, yesterday the market broke above my KFC level at 33,031. So by right, we should be able to hit to 34,000. But today there is a gap down, and seemingly with the Republicans are winning right now, it seems that it's back down. So I'm gonna tell you this, guys. If 33,031 couldn't hold, that could be a chance of a pullback. And we have seen it before that if the market breaks above the KFC level but fail to stay above it, the selling will come in. All right. So traders, you just need to be very careful on this at this moment right now. Now, the China market, as I said yesterday, I already told you guys that there is a form of selling. It failed to close above the MA30 for the third time, and yesterday was a very clear closing near the line, below the line. So I mentioned that if the market can't go above the MA30, it will come back down to this point, and that is 11,877. And incredibly, it is happening right now. So you can see that this is how powerful this TA is. As long as you know what you're doing, you can actually capitalize on this. Now, if the market cannot stay above this 11,877, the next level can go all the way down to 11,469. Okay. Now let's just look at the market, the US market for today. Let's check this one first. This is my favorite. Remember, this is the Dow. Let me bring the Dow in. Okay. Now, remember that I said yesterday that once the market break the upper channel, it may be testing the 90% marker, and that's 33,258. And you can see that very clear. It have tested it, but incredibly, it didn't close above it. So that is where I get worried, because if the market tested this, the 90% mark, failed to stay, is still on the downward trend, that may pull back down. So the key support level now will be around 32,200 area. The Dow has to stay above it. If not, a pullback can bring it down all the way to 31,410 level. Now, of course, this is where it can be seen over here. That is the this was the level I mentioned. This is the 32,334 level. That is the 87.5 marker. Okay. All right. Let's look at the market today. Now, for the Dow Jones, we have the first sign of breaking above the BNB RL. So by right, as long as it stays above 33,117, it should be good. Okay, let's hope it stays there. Now, watch out for this. The pivot 2 today is 32,982. If the market go below it, it will be below MLP and below the pivot 2. That could bring some selling back down to potentially 32,126. But KSI and KW, both of them are kind of positive, so there will be buying coming in, that's for sure. Now, for the Nasdaq, you can see that it has the green arrow formation to tell you that there'll be further upside, which indeed the market did go up, and now it's trying to stay above the MA30 at 11,129. But if you fail, then a pullback down to MLP 11,025 is actually possible. The S&P 500, well, we can see that it has recovered from the bottom, the green arrow. It tested the BNB SL level at 38.44, but it failed to stay above it. Now we have to watch 38.17. Now 38.17 is today's MLP. The S&P 500 has to stay above it. If not, it will pull back down to 37.91. That is the pivot 2 level. Now, Hang Seng today, you can see a pretty strong reversal because of the China A50. This morning, Hang Seng opened beautifully, slightly above pivot 2. So by right, if it stays above pivot 2 and above MLP, it will go up, which indeed it went a high of 16,741. But the thing is, it couldn't hang on, and once China A50 came off, right, it retreated, go below MLP, now went below pivot 2. Now we all know that in TWB, as long as the market is below OP and below pivot 2, no matter what you tell me, I'm a seller, and now the Hang Seng is trading at 16,307. Now watch out for this MA30, which is 16,070. If the Hang Seng goes below this, I believe that the selling can bring it down further. Okay, I believe that. Okay. Now for the Nikkei, let's take a look now. Nikkei has pulled back. Yesterday we saw it going up, and it was almost testing the BNB extension 1x1. But today, because pivot 2 is around, you can see, and we shared before, if the market is below OP, below pivot 2, usually there will be selling, and now you can see the market is down by about 100 points already. So that is how powerful this pivot is. Okay. Now DAX will open later, so I'll skip that. Now, oil market. Now, crude oil market got hit yesterday because you can see beautiful. The crude oil market, I've been telling you guys that this is the BNB RL at $88.55. Several times the market tried to break above it but failed. But on this particular day, okay, it hit and come back down. So a lot of traders saying that, oh, that will be the end. But I said that, look, if we go back above here, it will be a buy. And truth be told, it went all the way up. And the scary part is yesterday, it went all the way up, tripped my 92.80 perfectly. That is a BNB extension 1x1. And once it tripped that level, it back down all the way. So for today, the crude oil price most likely has hit the BNB RL, so most likely it will pull back down to about 86 level. Now, definitely with the midterm election coming in, they will try all their best to bring it down so that it looks nicer. But I believe that once this is all over, the midterm election, things may just return and we will still see 94.20, and that's a MA 200. All right. What we have for gold yesterday, we have a good big run because dollar actually collapsed yesterday, and that go all the way up to a new BNB. Now the gold now potential upside could be as high as 1769. Wow. And the downside is going to be as low as 16. Why? Just a big range in extension. So we'll watch the gold carefully. Now today's pivot 2 is 1704. As long as the gold stays above 1704 is fine. But if the gold goes below 1704, the next target will be 1693 level. That's the MLP. All right. For silver, let's take a look on silver. Has broke nicely above the $21 mark. Now I've been calling for buy on silver for the longest of time. I'm telling you that silver will be the next cornered counter, and it's true, it's moving up very nicely. So if we have a chance to see silver pulling back down to the 20 area, I think that will be a good time to look at it. Okay, now to chase it for today, I would say that not the best, not the smartest option, but if you still don't mind keeping it for long term, then it's fine. Okay, let's look at Bitcoin. As I mentioned, now Bitcoin today is trading between the two pivots. It's very big range here for today's pivot because of yesterday's big movement. So what we have now is that if the market continue to go down, there is a small possibility that to see pivot 2 coming in, and that will be as low as 16,000. Now if that really happen, I believe that will rock the entire crypto market, and of course it's definitely going to hit the Nasdaq pretty badly. So hopefully it doesn't happen, but again, anything is possible. At the moment now, you see the boys are buying, but the weightage is showing that the selling is there in the market. All right. Now for this is Ethereum plunged yesterday. It was trading at about 1500 level, and it went down by 200, smashing all the level. Now I did say it before that if the market comes down, we can see 1381, and I didn't expect it to happen in a single day, and the selling is worse than that. Okay, very interestingly that despite the selling, the boys indicator is buying. Very interesting, right? So let's see how it sustained. But after a few days, if the thing turns back to red, then the selling will persist. All right. Okay, there's something that I want to share with you guys right now with the this chart here. I was mentioned yesterday. I told you guys about this 188 for Tesla, and Tesla really opened at about 194 yesterday, came down all the way to the low of 186, and then rebounded. Now this come with good volume. I like that. So if Tesla 188 was a good buy, I mentioned yesterday, then if you have bought, then the first target will be 206. But do put a SWL or show-in level stop loss, because if the market down to 188 again, the next target can be 180. All right. So seemingly the 188 level is something spot on, and for those who have purchased it, congratulations to you. All right. And the another counter let's show is this OXY, and I've been saying this the longest time. OXY, any pullback will be a good time to buy, because I foresee going to $80. Okay, I'm still on this counter. I believe that will be a very high possibility. And last but not least, the US dollar. Incredibly to see the US dollar coming down so much, okay, in less than span of 4-5 days. But that actually explains to you the situation of some people regarding the US economy. And if the companies are not doing that well now, and the dollar is pulling back down, it's kind of concerning. But you look carefully on the main thing was the yield. Yesterday, the 10-year yield pulled back down to 4.1, but I believe that this is going to be temporary. Then this will bring up again, and if the market goes back to 4.2, 4.3, that should bring the dollar back up once again. All right, guys, hope you like today's sharing, and let's check on the latest update before we go. Yes, we have. You can see right now we have the Senate is at 46 apiece, and for the U.S. House, seemingly the Republicans are going to take down, right, 190 to 167. We have now about 28 more to go. It is very, very, very possible. All right, so wish you all the best in trading, and do keep watch of the code that I left today in one of the PowerPoint slide. All right, this is Kel signing off. Bye bye.